when we hear men talk about their demons and the demons that they're fighting, I don't think a lot of women really stop to think about what those demons are. And I'm here to help shed some light on just a few of what I would consider to be the top demons that most men fight. Okay. Number one, top of the list, their sexuality. Most men, and I honestly believe it's over half of them, are fighting their sexuality. Many of them wish that they can just come out of the closet or whatever and just be themselves, but they feel like they're going to be judged by women. But I think they mostly care about the opinions of men. But it's also confusing because it's like, chances are your homie wants to S your D as well. So it's like, what's the problem? Now, don't get me wrong. I already know that a lot of men are already doing this behind their wives' back and their girlfriends' back, and they got kids and stuff. And that's why they spend so much time with Jeremy, right? Or Kyle or Randy, right? You know what I mean? We know, some of us know why y'all prefer to spend more time with your homies than your wife or your girlfriend, right? But it's weird because it's like, just come out. Like, it's 2024, no one cares. But they don't want to be seen as weak or conquered or whatever, right? Many of them just want to bend their friend over, or they want to be the one doing the bending, or you know what I mean? So they really do. And I'm not trying to make fun of them. I'm just saying that that's, in my opinion, the number one demon that most men fight is their sexuality. The second is their sexual attraction to children. Now, a lot of men will come out and tell you that if they were to lower the age of consent to like 10, many of them will be like, well, it's the law, right? But then you have a subset, another group of men who feel that way deep down, but they'll never admit it because they don't want to be seen as a pedophile, right? So they're fighting that. There are women right now, a lot of y'all are laid up with a man who literally goes into the bedroom or the bathroom and whacks off to your 13-year-old daughter, and you think it's about you, and it's not. He's looking at her. He's just caught her coming out the bathroom and she has boobs now, or she's growing into filling out or whatever, as I used to say when I was growing up, and he's attracted to her and is fighting every urge in his body to not look at her like that. He's trying to look at her as a stepdaughter or as a daughter, because sometimes it's their actual blood daughter, right? He's fighting those urges. And when he's laid up with you, he's pretending that you are your 13, 16-year-old daughter. Let's be real. Okay? Another demon that a lot of these guys fight is not feeling like they're enough in society. So they have SI, so suicidal ideation. They're thinking about death all the time because they don't feel like they're good enough. They're not making enough money. They don't get the women that they want. They just don't feel good enough for whatever reason. So they're fighting those demons. And then another demon I would say that they're fighting is like the demon to be violent. Now, we know a lot of guys don't care about being violent. They're just violent anyways. But there are certain guys that hold back when really they just want to go burn some shit down, or they want to R women and children. Sometimes they want to R their homies, right? They might be attracted to one of their homies, and the other homie is not rainbow. So it's like, but they fantasize about it, right? They would love to do it. I think it's one of the reasons why they're so like obsessed with like violent video games and the games that, you know, have a lot of pew pews and running people over in their cars and running things over. They're just obsessed with destruction. You know what I mean? And they fight the urge to want to just beat somebody up, or to just, you know, go somewhere and just like pew pew up a building. There's a lot of men who have done that for real. They just go through with it, but many men fantasize about that. So those are just a few. A lot of guys have admitted this to me. Some of them come on social media and admit it. There's a lot of them that will never admit this. So understand, when a man is talking about, I'm fighting demons every day, just understand that it is one of those four, or it's all of the four. And there's other ones too, because I'm not in a man's mind, but those things I know for absolute certain, because I pay attention to people's actions. I pay attention to their words. I pay attention to the things that they say they will get away with. If they could get away with it, they would do it. I pay attention to all that. And to me, it's putting two and two together. It's reading between the lines for me. So be very aware of the demons that these men are fighting and move accordingly in your lives, because a lot of times the way these men treat you is not about you at all. It's about the demons that they're fighting on the inside. It has everything to do with them. Steer clear and be safe out there.